Sorry, Jack.
God dang it!
Sorry, Jack.
You're lucky that drills. You look at this drill doesn't even come off.
Sorry, Jack.
What in the hell? Did you hear that coming on the way down here? What was it, like the throttle response or what?
Well, we're about to find out. Goddamn 24 eyes.
Can never go wrong with the Sobe. Strawberry banana. Oh man!
Sounds like your speed
Oh! Can't even pass 35 or what, dog? We're doing the speed limit. We're floored.
We got no clutch pedal.
Oh man!
Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Can he
Open the gates.
barely made it up our street.
Open the gates.
Gates are gonna be open.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh man.
Sounds like a fuel bomb for sure.
Yep, and these carburetors are known to go out. So,
I mean, do we want to put money into it to make this thing really work again?
not really, it's carbureted. It's kind of outdated.
And it's auto too. Well, I mean, we do have those old grills lying around. We do have a manual trans as well. Only thing we're missing is a fuel pump.
I think it's time.
It's time.
Yep.
Let's go see which one.
Any, mini, mighty, mo. Let's go.
We got this one freshly rebuilt.
Yep.
Or
By
we
your
can
boys
go
truly.
this one that's already been running and driving with some nice goodies on it.
Gasket resealed that we did. So this one's rebuilt by us. This one's a full gasket reseal by us.
Both you should have seen on the last YouTube.
Which
Well,
one do we want to go with?
I guess we got some time to think about it while we take this old girl out, huh?
Yeah.
I say let's get cracking. I'm already tired of seeing 8 spark plug wires.
Yep. I need to crack open my Sobe, get a little gummy bear in my mouth, and get to cracking and work.
Well, there it is. It's final. We're going with the ka24de out of a Nissan 240SX S13 1992. We'll be doing the transmission, the whole motor swap with it. We'll be doing everything. So, like we did on our last hardbody, the D13, we'll be doing the same thing, but single cam, non-turbo. But don't worry, we have a lot of good things coming in store. Right now, we're just showing you the motor. We've got a lot of good things, cool things that we have on a box off to the side.
Even though it's not turbo, that one is single cam, and that one's a dual cam, so we'll have a little bit more kick. So, should be perfect for this.
So let's go. So we'll be doing that swap and our 86 Nissan 720. So let's get started. 12s.
First things first, as always, remove the battery.
I thought that was the last.
Woo! It's that time, baby! So, step 2. Gotta jack it up, even though it's a truck and it's a little bit higher than our lower Nissans. We gotta jack her on up, get her to the right height. Just a little tip, Terry Thornberry Performance. Do everything under the car before you
Drain the fluid.
drain any fluids. So you can get up the drive shaft, the transmission cross member for the mount, for the trans, obviously, and then take off the exhaust and get it out the way. And then if you have a slave cylinder, if it's manual, you're gonna disconnect that. But obviously this one's an automatic, so
whack. So disconnecting the whole engine harness, doing your whole coolant. So obviously the coolant lines, power steering lines, and then those are gonna be like the main things for the fluid. And then taking your radiator out so you can start getting to the front. Motor mounts, and then how we usually do our motors is we always get the motor out with the transmission. So after that, we just got to take the trans mount off, the motor mounts, and then really honestly, it's just plucking her out from there.
hip hip hooray!
Terry,
What's cracking?
if you guys pick me up in this, what kind of car you gonna take me home in?
Well, if we picked you up in this, we might as well drop you off in this.
You just said you're swapping the engine.
Oh yeah, we're swapping the engine, and we just picked you up. I think it was around like what, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Yeah. So what car are we taking? I know you're not finishing this by tonight.
Oh, dang, no faith. All right, you just put a fire.
What do you mean? I'm just talking common sense.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Bro, I don't believe you.
We gotta swap both pedals, manual and brake.
If you don't take me home in this, you have to take me home in your S14 and your S13.
All right,
Unregistered.
all right. My race car.
In your race car. You have to drive me home in the race car.
All right.
I noticed you started wrenching a little faster. What are you removing right now?
The drive shaft.
Tell the YouTube what you're removing.
I'm removing the drive shaft. There are 4 14mm bolts on the end of the drive shaft that bolt onto the differential. You have to remove those, and then you have 2 bolts holding on the carrier bearing. And you have to remove those 2 bolts, which I believe they're 17s. And then after that, you just pull it on out from the transmission. You make sure you have a pan under the transmission, because sometimes it will drain out fluid. So instead of getting it on the floor and making it all messy and the floor messy, just make sure you have something to catch it. Woo!
Getting it done. Doing all these coil packs.
Some of the bolts are tricky, so you gotta put it in neutral so I can freely move the drive shaft. So now I can get this last bolt, then I can take this off, get those 2 bolts right there on the carrier, slide it on out, and then, boom, it's 50% done already.
Nice.
Woo! That's what I like to see, baby!
What's up with this foam bar? So kids don't hit their knees on it?
Yep. I'm just kidding. It actually helps the front bumper, the fiberglass front bumper sit like super, super good. So the fitment's on point. Yay!
Jack,
What's up?
why don't you have styrofoam on your bumper?
Styrofoam on my bumper?
Yeah.
I got zip ties.
You don't want fitment?
Nah, I got zip ties holding my back bar holds my whole entire front bumper up. You can see it just sits right on it. It's all good. Look how we made it good.
Alright, under cars, 50% done. Drive shaft, carrier bearings removed. So, now the tranny is leaking, as you can see. It's bleeding out. Oh, now she's just dripping, but she was bleeding out pretty constantly. And that is what you call cross member for the transmission. And that's what the transmission mount goes to. And make sure the transmission doesn't go anywhere while you're driving. So now I just have to disconnect that, and then we should be able to start draining all the fluids, start pulling her out, But exactly like Mr. Brown said, he doesn't believe that we're gonna get him back in this truck. So let's get the move on. Woo! Time to be fresh. It's a beautiful thing.
Every two.
Finally off, baby. All right. Well, it's the bottom piece for the bottom. Last bottom piece. So now, you gotta drain all the fluids. Cut this exhaust off.
Which I'm doing.
Should be good to blow.
Good to blow. Trans fluid. And then next coolant. And should be good to blow.
Good to blow.
Good to blow.
In some instances, that's good, but doesn't sound very good for the engine.
Yep, that's our motto.
That's your motto. Good to blow.
Good to blow.
Your engines are good to blow.
Yeah. They're good to blow.
I don't know.
Blow. It's okay.
Good blow and go. It's all good.
It's all good.
Another one.
Go, baby.
Another one.
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. And another one bites the dust. Yeah. What? No. You don't even have to use that.
You don't?
No. So you see those two wires, the one that got disconnected, just put those together. No, the wires that feed the... Do you remember where that fuse came out of? Yes, those two wires. Yes. No, crank. Spilled everywhere?
Yes. Went everywhere, dude.
Yep. Sucky part about automatic transmissions, the coolers, how the transmission stays cool, there's actually two lines that go into the radiator. Wow. The radiator keeps it cool.
Jack, what are you doing?
Cutting stuff out so I can put this clutch pedal in there.
Oh, you're trying to fit a clutch pedal?
Yeah, just give it a little bit more room. A little more clearance.
I don't know, man. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get this done in time. You haven't even pulled the motor out yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know what? Motor's already ready to be about to be pulled.
I don't know, man.
The motor and putting it is the easy part. Is wiring it up and getting the clutch pedal and all that shit.
What I'm doing is I'm deleting all the stuff that we don't need. Just like this vacuum line. It's a hard line that goes all the way around for the charcoal canister. We ain't running no charcoal canister. So, this whole line is useless now. So, as you guys can see, this is all the OEM wiring that we're not going to use and that we're not going to need. So right now I'm just tucking it back. I'm going to put it behind here and get it fished into all the whole harness to right here. So we can eventually see what we need, see what we don't need, and delete it. Well, now I'm sad, but let's see what how we roll. Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. It was meant to be. So now I gotta get some safety glasses. The grinder is already out. Now I gotta...
Just do it without the safety glasses.
Oh, no. No. It's a bad idea.
Why?
Come on, Mr. Brown. Safety's first.
Okay, say something then.
What, Jack or Terry?
Terry.
Wait, are we doing the smashing or what?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Smashing. How do you expect me to drive the race car or even drive the D21, the 720 back home if my eyes are shot out, dude? Look at a cane. I can't drive with a cane, dude. You might walk, but I can't drive with one. Don't work like that. Sorry.
Hey, we taking this heater core and AC shit out the dash?
Don't you get cold? I'd like some heat.
Pussy.
Y'all gonna get this engine out of this truck soon? Cause, you know, I gotta go home soon.
I'm going home now.
I thought you were gonna swap this engine and get me home. In this same truck that you picked me up in today, this morning. This afternoon, actually. No, you pinky promised me, mentally.
No.
I don't want to miss that chin up.
Where's my clutch, bro? I'll make this a little lot easier. Going up?
Feels like we're stuck.
Oh, Oh! Oh! Come on, TTP.
It's fucking home. Ain't no TTP on that. Glad everyone's fucking safe. That shit almost hit Terry if you wind back on the replay. Yeah, it was like,
Jesus.
We were both looking at it like,
Come on, TTP. That was nuts.
out of its home.
What snap, Jack?
It doesn't snap, it ripped the threads out of its home.
Look at this.
There it is. It's all done right up.
So the threads got messed up?
Threads got fucking pulled off the head.
Oh my gosh.
So it was all the way threaded all the way in, but from how much pressure this little bolt was holding, well, it just ripped out the threads.
Woo!
That's right.
So you may be asking, what are we doing to fix that? That's what we're putting another bolt in there longer.
A longer bolt?
A longer bolt.
So it doesn't happen again?
Is there a ratchet 12?
A ratchet
A
12.
snap-on bolt?
Nah, that'll...
Or a snap-off bolt? A snap-off bolt.
Come on, here we go. Everybody, let's go. Lower the jacket.
Pretty sure the jack off right now.
You said what? Jack off?
We got to work on that. Keeping the garage and keeping the compound clean.
Well, she did as good.
Did she though?
Hell.
Barely made it back to where we needed to be. Barely made it to places that we needed to go to.
Going 35 miles an hour.
So scary. I mean, doctor today.
Dun, 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 dun.
Now it's time to clean up this engine bay. Get it all looking proper. Go get the fuel pump. So after we put it in, Jack's wiring it all up. I can do the fuel pump. Should be all good to go.
No, good to blow.
That's right. Just like us, when you call the best, you get the best, right?
Exactly.
Let's go.
What are you connecting? Come on now. Aren't we supposed to be putting the block in there?
Ooh, that's the easy part. Right now, we're gonna make sure everything. What's up?
I dropped the keys.
Oh,
You're prepping? Prepping is the
Yeah.
most important part, right?
yep. This needs a ground. This is the ground. So I just got
Which one's the ground?
this one right here.
Grounds can go anywhere.
Put 5 coats of paint and 2 coats of clear coat before I put my grounds down.
Oh man, that's why your car doesn't start, huh? Boom. So this is gonna be the ground that I have to put down for the windshield wiper motors to work. Then all this is gonna get tucked under. This is gonna get pulled in. We gotta clean the harmonic balancer, clean the block and the motor so it looks good inside the clean engine bay.
Right now, we're just making up the trans. Get all situated.
Let's see if Jack can get it in there. Oh, Jack found the hole. Can he penetrate it?
Then you go up more.
If you're not following the Instagram, go check out the Instagram. And if you're definitely not following Midnight Vice or Mr. Brown, go check him out. You guys are missing out. Go check out all the great content. All the fire edits.
drive.
Alright, man. What's the problem?
You just got off work?
What work?
Coronavirus?
Virus time. You know? It's Gucci.
What's up, man?
Gucci.
Take me for a ride in it.
Hey, Ellie.
Oh my god.
Exotic.
You shouldn't be driving it over here then.
Comes the.
You shouldn't be driving it over here then. You shouldn't be driving it
Sure,
over here.
break the
then.
block, man. You know how hot it is?
Drive it slow. You don't have to do no crazy shit for me.
I mean, you want to drive it around the block?
I don't want to drive it. I want to be a passenger. I ain't gonna be responsible for nothing. Driving with the pink steering wheel. How you feeling right now?
Good, dude. So motors in, as you guys can see. So before we take off, now must go on. There's really not much to say like that. Like I said, the motor's in. Now I'm just getting all the wiring, getting it all to now start on this motor setup. Boom. So just had to make some room for that girl. So just cut her out. Just have to move it over, space it out. She'll be good to go. And then, yeah, just put everything back together. Again, like I said, we have all the inside out. We'll be running the wires in through here. And then grabbing the power off of the switch. We're good to go.
I need a little bit more massaging on the bottom end.
That's what she said.
Yeah? Is that what she told you, Mr. Brown?
What are you massaging right now?
The pipes. I'm debating if I should massage it more or cut it.
Whether you should massage it more or just decapitate it. What's that shit they do to dogs?
Oh man.
You're debating whether you want to neuter it.
Take their ball off. Yeah, we're gonna take their manhood.
Instead of me pulling on a wire and being like, is that it? Is that it? I know exactly what wire it is. So I'm just going through and just seeing which wire is needed.
Continuity test.
Yep. Just going through each wire and just running it back. So just make it all just OEM instead of running wires back and forth to the battery and whatnot.
The headers, pretty much, and there's no exhaust.
Nope, none at all.
You're not taking me to the house like this.
Fortunately, we are.
No.
We're almost there, baby. We rolled up the manual trans input shaft because the automatic one doesn't work. On board, baby. All right. Now let's see if the carrier's on point. Oh man. She couldn't be any better. Let's get to it, baby! Oh man, this guy has no faith!
No faith. Look, it's smoking hot.
Until it takes him home, then he's like, oh damn, these guys actually do know what they're doing.
So you guys think that this weld by Terry Thornberry would actually withstand 500 horsepower?
Clutch kicking. All the goodness, all the madness.
Like a gang of pounds of torque?
Oh yeah.
You think so?
I know so.
You'd have to prove it to me.
Yep, we will. Then put the fuel pump on, wire her up, start her up, take her for a little rip, potato chip. Yay! Oh yeah, all the undercarriage, it's all good to go. Transmission mount's good, drive shaft's good, slave is good. All the undercarriage stuff is good to go. So now it's just time to finalize the motor, make sure all the wiring is good to go. Get the fuel pump already hooked up and everything like that. She should be ready to start and almost take you home.
This one should definitely be the best out of all the bunch. I don't know if we've mentioned before, we're keeping it NA just for reliability. For now, don't worry, it will be turbo soon, but right now we have the black shirt is turbo, this one will be NA. You won't have to worry about like little things as far as, you know, oil leaks or blowing a ringland or something little or minute when we're taking on longer drives. So this one's gonna be nice and reliable, good to go. We're just finishing up the last couple of things, like I said, as far as like a water port line, got a block off, getting the fuel line situated, and this little stuff. But this is the motor that you guys seen on the engine stand on starting in the last couple of videos. So this is the motor, so we know it's ready, we know it's good, we know it's solid and sound. It's just putting it now in a different shell.
Going home, baby.
Everything all checked out good. Everything's all good to go. We're about to take our boy Mr. Brown home. Just gonna cruise on over there. But yeah, we also had a little bit of even time to add some little bit of mods to it. Yeah. We were able to add these magenta underglow interior lights. Even though it's about to play. You know who you are. But they were gonna be on the 240, but we didn't really know what to put them in because they're purple, so they match them really good with the brown. As you guys can see, we added in some digital gauges. So for the water temperature, it's telling us exactly what the water temperature is. And then for the oil pressure, it's telling us exactly how much oil pressure we have, if we have any oil pressure. So everything's looking good. project until you have everything. That's how we got the truck done so fast and how good it's idling and how everything is performing. Because we literally had everything just stored and basically ready for this truck. So we already had it planned and already situated. We're just waiting for the carburetor to go on the motor, on the Z24i, as you guys saw. So
the right time for us to do it. Like I said, sure enough, you've seen it. Today was the day. So we just decided to just knock it out, get it all done, and throughout the week we'll just be adding our little touches as we usually do. So on the next video you'll see hopefully something else that we've done to the car and go on through there. So that kind of is gonna end the rest of the video. So we're driving, so we'll be putting in the shots of the motor and whatnot. But I hope you guys liked and enjoyed. Get ready for a lot more content. We're going to be giving you the best that we can this time. Isn't that right?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just listen to that idle though.
I just can't believe I'm actually getting home tonight.
Oh, we told you. We told you.
Mr. Brown, am I really getting home in this thing? Oh